One of a company's goals should be to make life easier and easier for its customers. We have gone one step further along this path and have upgraded one of our classics and added a few new functions. You'll see which classic we're talking about and which functions it has been given after a few moments after the intro. See you soon. Hi, my name is Almir, and today I would like to show you how we have expanded one of our classics, the EUD12NPN-UC DIN rail dimmer, and what the EUD12NPN-BT 300W-230V now has to offer. As many of you know, at ELTAKO, we don't just throw letters and numbers together in our products, but each letter stands for a designation or a function. You may have noticed that our new product is labeled BT, and BT in this case stands for, that's right, Bluetooth. It's a feature that makes life much easier for installers and users. After watching this video, you will know how convenient and above all easy it is to program a dimmer and why you should do it at all. And how. We'll get to that later. Before we get practical, let's take a closer look at the technology. Our new Bluetooth dimmer builds on the foundations of its predecessor. Both dimmers use high-performance power MOSFETs, have automatic lamp detection, soft on and soft off to protect the lamps. Both work with resistive, inductive and capacitive loads and have the popular snooze and nursery circuits. The housing is also the same size. The Bluetooth dimmer is compatible with a wide range of light sources up to 300 watts. It enables finely tuned dimming of LED lamps and energy-saving lamps, depending on their individual electronics. At the same time, classic ohmic light sources such as incandescent and halogen lamps can be dimmed without any problems. It therefore offers a versatile and user-friendly solution for almost any lighting situation. Now that we have looked at the relationship between our dimmers, let's turn our attention to the new features of the new Bluetooth dimmer. The first useful addition is the integrated timer with astro function. This feature takes lighting control to a new level of automation and customizability. Here are some application examples. Let's start with the automatic outdoor lighting. The astro function allows the outdoor lighting, for example, to automatically adjust to the sunset and sunrise times. This means that the lights are switched on in the evening without your intervention and switched off again at dawn, which not only provides convenience but also improves energy efficiency. Another area of application is garden and path lighting. The astro function ensures A, safety, and B, a cozy and inviting atmosphere in your outdoor area by activating the lighting exactly when it is really needed, at dusk. Not forgetting the illumination of shop windows or advertising boards. Business owners can benefit from this function as it draws attention to shop windows and advertising boards by automatically illuminating them as soon as it gets dark outside, without an employee having to do anything. And then perhaps switched off again 2 hours after closing time. Having explored the astro feature, which enables automatic and natural light control based on the solar cycle, we now turn to the second smart enhancement, the motion sensor feature. This feature provides an additional layer of convenience and efficiency by providing light exactly when it is needed. The motion detector input in the new dimmer allows the lighting in key areas of the home or business to be controlled automatically. Entrance areas and corridors are illuminated upon entry thanks to the motion detector, which increases comfort especially in the evening hours by eliminating the need to search for a light switch. In stairwells or basements that do not need to be permanently lit, the motion detector ensures that light is only activated when someone is present. This helps to save energy and at the same time prevents dark areas from becoming a tripping hazard. The lighting in garages can be set to switch on automatically as soon as the vehicle enters or a person enters the space, which makes loading and unloading easier in the evening. The motion detector also offers practical advantages in outdoor areas by illuminating paths and entrances only when required, which not only saves energy but also makes access to and from the house easier. While I'm thinking about all the possibilities, I have an idea. How about combining the astro feature with the motion detector? Let's take a long corridor as an example. I could then install basic lighting after sunset, let's say at 20%. When I walk through the corridor, the light dims up to 80% to allow me to walk safely through the corridor and then dims back down to 20%. Sounds like quite a lot of programming work. I'm not too experienced in this area either, and looking at the dimmer, I wouldn't know how to program it. After all, it only has a single button. This brings us to our third enhancement, Bluetooth connectivity, and our ELTAKO Connect app. One of the main improvements is the integration of Bluetooth, which enables wireless connection and configuration of the dimmer via the ELTAKO Connect app. This feature transforms the user experience by allowing you to adjust lighting settings directly from your smartphone. This includes, for example, setting brightness levels, programming schedules, and adjusting dimming speeds, all without physical contact with the dimmer itself. A dongle or similar is also not required for this. We have omitted this straight away. This innovative solution allows you to configure and control lighting settings directly via the intuitive user interface of the ELTAKO Connect app. This eliminates the need for tedious work on the control cabinet, which is a considerable relief, especially in dark or hard-to-reach areas. The app not only provides access to advanced functions such as schedules and dimming profiles, but is also designed so that it can be operated without extensive familiarization. This intuitive operability, combined with the flexibility to make settings conveniently from your smartphone and in close proximity to the dimmer, transforms your installation process. You can organize your work more efficiently and save a significant amount of time. And not just because you can now save dimmer configurations and transfer them to other devices. But now let's move on to my aforementioned idea of combining the astro function with the motion detector input. Let's get practical. Take your smartphone and open the ELTAKO Connect app. You can download it for free from your app store and use the demo mode to practice a little. Let's take a look at the steps for setting up the dimmer together. Ready? Let's get started. When we open the ELTAKO Connect app, we first see our device overview. In the bottom bar, we categorize into Bluetooth devices and Wi-Fi devices. On the right-hand side, we find the settings under which we can display our demo devices. Feel free to show them. Let's jump to our Bluetooth devices and then to the dimmer. In the area highlighted in blue, you will find general information about the dimmer. You can name it for a better overview and to make it easier to find. We strongly recommend doing this for larger systems. We have also linked to the product information, and under the product information you will find the option to save your configuration and transfer it to other devices. Scrolling further down, you will find three headings, three topics, so to speak. These are the settings for dimming itself, then the up to 10 configurable weekly programs and the time offset, and finally, at the bottom, the device settings. It is recommended that you first go through the device settings. First set the date and time and activate the item summer, winter time automatically. Then you no longer need to worry about this. Next, define the location of the dimmer. You can either enter the latitude and longitude manually or opt for the automatic location search. Your choice. We recommend doing this as we want to work with sunrise and sunset in our case. I then want to change my device pin. To do this, I first enter the default pin. This is extremely secret and is 123123. Let's be creative and use 321321. Your pin has now been changed and only you can now access the dimmer to configure it. Finally, we switch off the Bluetooth visibility. You can also leave it on, but for what? We now come to our task and define that we want to have a basic brightness of 20% after sunset. For this project, we need a trigger, i.e. a point that triggers our project. To do this, we tap on Edit Programs and jump to Program 1. We set the program to active and then define what should happen in the channel settings. Here we have the option of setting a light alarm or the snooze function. However, we decide in favor of the residual brightness via the motion detector. On which day should the program run? We take each day of the week and select the astro function as the trigger instead of the time. When does the trigger start? At sunset, without an offset to positive or negative. That would then be the time at which our residual brightness is switched on. Now we have to make sure that the light is switched off again at sunrise. To do this, we start a new program. Program 2. We set this to active and this time select the residual brightness motion detector item. On which days? On every day. And this time, the shutter release is at sunrise. Don't forget to save again at this point. Now we need to define the brightness to which the light should be dimmed. To do this, we switch to the basic settings. In this case, we are not using a button, but our motion detector. Change our mode from no residual brightness to residual brightness via the switch program. We leave the memory value, i.e. the last value of the dimmer, switched off and determine the value to be used when the motion detector detects movement. In our case 80%. Just below this, we set the residual brightness to 20%. The fallback delay runs after the motion detector says that there is no longer anyone in our corridor. If we have now installed a motion detector that does not have a fallback delay, I would let it run on here. Ideally, however, you should use the fallback delay of the motion detector and set the value here to 0. We have now actually reached the end of this video. Together, we have seen how the Bluetooth dimmer, with the support of the ELTAKO Connect app, simplifies the settings of your lighting and how many new possibilities this team offers us. From convenient programming via your smartphone to automatic adjustment of the lighting using the astro function and intelligent reaction to movement. All this makes lighting control more accessible and user-friendly. I hope you were able to take away a lot of information and, above all, inspiration for your next project. If you have any further questions, feel free to write to us or give us a call. That's what we're here for. Take care and see you soon.